singing chef. Let me make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Singing Chef Show. I am Eon John, your singing chef. Today we're going to do something really beautiful, kind of traditional, but with a twist, as we always do, right? We're going to be making chow mein, but this one is going to be Cassareep chow mein, which is something my mom used to make, right? Basically, you're using Cassareep with the soy sauce and with the oyster sauce, and it basically makes this really fantastic flavor, right? And we're going to be using cabbage. We've got our spring onions there, or scallions. We've got peppers, bora. We've got pak choy, and of course onions, garlic. We've got Chinese 5-spice, a little bit of chow mein seasoning, a little bit, salt to taste. Of course, we're very pepper. We cannot have that in there. And I'm throwing some, instead of some people put in green seasoning, I'm only using the big leaf thyme. You know, it's like in season for me right now. And of course, black pepper to taste, right? So, but here, you know what this thing is here? Is when you take the skin off the prawns or the shrimp, what you do is you put like just a little bit of water and let it boil it for about 10-15 minutes. And this just gives you the most amazing shrimp stock. So basically that's going to go in. So you're going to get like shrimp on top of shrimp. Actually, if you do this, you realize how much flavor is actually in the skin, in the shell of the prawns, and we throw that away most of the time. But not today, right? So, and of course, the star of our dish today, or recipe, is prawns. So first, I'm going to start the chow mein. And then this is just me real quick. By the time that chow mein is ready to go in there, we're going to have this already cooked, right? So let's put the chow mein in. I'm just going to use like about half of a bag here. Let me bake this thing. Wow, that's like getting into Fort Knox. I think a little bit harder. Right. We're going to put... I only want half of the bag. I don't want the whole bag. Oh well, we're gonna use most of it. That's fine. So that's about 3/4 of a bag. We're gonna let that boil away. Once it gets to boil, just take the cover off and then you go. Right. So let's do the prawns. What are we doing now? We're gonna cook these. I want this to get fairly hot. Right. We're gonna stick some oil in there. It won't take too long. Because I don't want to overcook the prawns. I kind of want to flash fry them. Okay? You see how you're seeing a little bit of smoke coming off? And more is going to come off there. I'm going to start laying the prawns in. Let me put this over here. And these bad boys in there. Yep, you see? You hear that. And when you clean the prawns, leave the tail on. It just looks much nicer. And in case you want to pick it out and like that, it's much better, right? And it's like more professional, this type of cooking, right? So you're just going to just get it all in there. I know why I'm being so particular, right? I'm using large and small prawns because the small prawns, like I've said before in dishes that I've used, when I've cooked with prawns, the small prawns tend to have more intense flavor. So I like it when I'm making a dish like this because I want really intense. If I'm going to be cooking prawns, I want it to taste like prawns. So we're going to cook those, right? What we're going to do is take a little bit of salt, right? We're going to season it a little bit, you see? That's why it's in there. You don't really have to marinate prawns. I know that's, but you know, so not. But it's a practice because they take on the flavor. Anything that you put them in, they take on the flavor up. And remember, and it doesn't take long for them to cook. And I'm only gonna cook these where I see them. They're gonna get a little bit of caramelization, but we want it to, you see when it's starting to change color. So let me check on this chow mein, make sure it's nice and loose. Beautiful. Okay. There's quite a lot of prawns in there. I'll put some black pepper over that as well. Yeah, now it's starting to look. Yeah. Remember, all of this is to taste. You don't have to. You're going to see the recipe is going to actually come up with the ingredients, but you don't have to use the same ingredients, the same amount of seasoning and stuff like that. You can use less or you could use even more. It doesn't matter. Right? Just do everything you do to taste. This type of meal, you do to taste. Yeah? Right. Now you see where it's starting to get a little bit rubbery. I'm going to take those out of the pan because I don't want the prawns to overcook. Very important. You want them to be nice and succulent, just right. Yeah, and you see all that wonderful flavor that's left in there? That is what we're going to cook our veggies in. There this is. Let's turn this down a little bit to make sure it doesn't get. Let me check them. You got to keep checking your chow mein because you don't want to get them too soft. No, that's good. Doing good. Right. Into there. Remember, same pot. That's about 2 onions there. Right? And you cut them long ways like this. Right? It's just nicer in a chow mein. Any kind of like a lot of Chinese cooking, that's how you cut your onions, right? And we don't want them to go completely translucent because in this type of cooking, onions is almost like a vegetable. It's not just a flavoring, right? So we don't want them to completely disappear. We just want them to get in the oil and seal them. And at this point, you just add your big leaf thyme. Get that all in there, right? Put in the garlic. I like loads of garlic. So that would be about 4 cloves of garlic that's in there. In the recipe it only says 2, but you can use 4. Like I'm saying, you could do it to taste. I like a lot of garlic. And I'm going to put in my bora. And this bora, I cut it so because it's at a slant. The edges are at a slant. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know why, but it takes on more flavor like that than if you cut it straight. And also it's softer to your tongue. The actual texture, it becomes softer. And don't ask me why, but you try it and you'll see what I'm saying. Right, we put our peppers in there. Look at that lovely color. I like that. Right? Building up, building up, building up. Yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, now we're gonna put in the pak choy. Right, now we're really gonna flavor up everything. We're putting our Chinese 5 spice, chow mein mix, wiri, a little bit of black pepper. Right. Oh, I forgot to put in my cabbage. I always rip it like this. And when I saw this wonderful chef called Diane Z from the Wunan Valley in China, and she does this, and I tried it, and oh my gosh, it takes on so much. It's much better flavor than if you chop it. Right? So you can try this at home and see if what I'm saying is right. Okay. How we doing is we're just getting all the flavor into the vegetables, and that's going to taste very prawny, right? Okay, let's mix this up a little bit, right? You know, with stir-fried vegetables, because basically this is what it is, and then you add in chow mein to it and prawns, basically, right? You don't want to overcook your vegetables. They still got to be crispy. Okay. I'm going to put my flavors in, and that is my oyster sauce, my soy sauce, and Cassareep. I'm just getting it all in there. Now look, see, now it's starting to take on the color I want. I'm gonna get, come on to there. This is what's gonna really kick it. Yeah. Some people put corn flour in there and everything like that, but no, just keep it, just keep it light and straight and clean. That's the way I like it. But you can add a little bit of corn flour as well. But you see, Cassareep also gives it a nice thickness as well, and a sweetness. All right, and the last thing we're gonna throw in there is our green onions. And we're gonna let that just cook for about 2 minutes. We're gonna drain our chow mein, and then we'll come back, throw it all in, and let that cook, and then we'll be ready for tasting afterwards.
So welcome to the world of the singing chef. Let me make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.
Okay, fabulous. Look, now so now this is where we are. Okay, vegetables look like they're ready. So we are gonna put our noodles, our chow mein noodles, straight in there. Mix it all up. Right? And last but not least, our prawns. Really get that all mixed in there. Lovely. All right, you got to continually toss this because you don't want it sticking. Wonderful. All right, I'm just going to add a little bit of the prawn juice to it. Great. And just eke out the rest of the Cassareep and the soy sauce. Lovely. Yes. Okay. So basically that's it. This is your Cassareep Prawn Chow mein. That's it. You can do that in about 15 minutes. Lovely. Okay, Miss Jessica, are you ready to taste the Cassareep Prawn Chow mein?
I certainly am, Eon.
Okay, there we go, got it.
I love prawns. I really do. And this really makes a huge meal for about 5 or 6 people. Very, very cheaply.
Okay, now you can tell me how that tastes.
Okay.
Put a few.
It looks delicious.
Right.
And it's really got loads of vegetables in which
Try
I
it.
like. Oh, yeah.
See how and you see the Cassareep still comes through? Very different than the way you use Cassareep pepper pot. You just use it as a flavoring.
Flavouring, it's
Yeah.
sublime.
Yeah.
It's so delicious.
Yeah, it's got
It
that.
goes really well with these prawns.
Yeah, and it holds the whole thing together. You know,
Yeah.
it's prawny without being fishy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
And it's a good way to get all the vegetables into children as well.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great way to get vegetables into kids.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you've got really, really great nutrition and a beautiful flavour.
Good. Well, thank you very much, Miss Jessica, and thank you guys for tuning in this time. And I hope you enjoyed our food today. And thanks to TBN and of course this our cameraman here. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Yeah, today is all about taking risks. So we did like that Cassareep prawn cooker. Chow mein. Plus, I feel like a bit like a secret agent in black. Sweet smell of dust on my feet. Never before have I cried so weak, ever sleep. Seaweed round the sand and foam. My point of contention, like a stone, dries a bone. Deny, then I hear you well. I saw the devil, he was riding on top of a turtle's back, trying to make it over quicksand hill. Paranoia all around, sitting on my fence from the edge to the ground. I better slow down. Crackling like a cinder block goes, my heart full of fire, burn like toast when I'm better than most. Then I hear you well. Well, I saw the devil, he was riding on top of a turtle's back, trying to make it over quicksand hill. Then I give you away. Well, I saw the devil, he was riding on top of a turtle's back, trying to make it over quicksand hill. Like a cinder block goes, my heart full of fire, but like toast, well, I'm better than most. Like a big stone, dancing on the waves when I'm freaking out his face, cause I won't go down for no one. Oh, yeah. Then I give you away. I saw the devil, he was riding on top of a turtle's back, trying to make it over quicksand hill. Then I give you away. Cause I saw the devil, he was riding on top of a turtle's back, trying to make it over quicksand hill. Thank you. You guys, I just want to tell you that come and join us on our Singing Chef Adventure Tours. We do 7 Curry Tour, we do a Taste of Freedom Tour, and also we do a 1 cent magenta tour about the most expensive stamp in the world that was made here. You can look us up on TripAdvisor or Facebook, and basically come and join us. Thank you very much for watching.
So welcome to the world of the singing chef. Let me make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.
So guys, here we are at Meadowbank Market, and it's just kind of like south of Rheinveld, in Georgetown, South Georgetown, and this is the place where you get the best fish. Oh my gosh, if not the Caribbean or the world. So let's go and see what we've got here. Morning.
And
No, we just filming it. Just showing how we're going on. Yeah. So these are all the cleaners on the outside How much is that in this where you get some like that? When you got this one. How much of it is like that? That's glue. That's the type of fish that you can fry whole, right?
There's not no fish. There's something coming out of the fish.
Oh, really?
What's coming out of fish?
Oh. Wow. That looks like what the actual fish feed on.
wow.
I like that. And this is bangameri there?
Yeah.
This is some big bangameri.
Yeah.
Wow. I like
Wow.
that. I like that.
Okay.
How much a pound are these?
Check how much it for.
260, but if they say finish, you gotta buy from the truck.
You gotta buy from the truck?
Yeah, they're done already.
Wow. And look how quickly these guys actually clean this thing up like this, man. What time do you guys start in the night?
9 in the morning.
In the morning. What time do you start?
2 o'clock.
But 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
When the boats come in. How much? 35 for that one. And how much it is?
1,000 a pack, 700. I got
1,000 a pack?
Yeah.
Okay. When we passing back, we're just going to see a friend. I'm going to get some from you, right? Yeah, because you see this little fish here, this little shrimp here, this is the most tasty, you know. Right. Okay. Good. We're gonna ask. What kind of fish this one here? This is pat what?
Pagi.
Pagi. Yeah. Oh gosh. And this is catfish.
No, that's kumu.
Como, and that's pagi.
Yeah.
This is like a sweet bony one, right? And yeah. Okay. All right. And that's more like the karas.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And there's a trout. That's banga there. And there's a trout right over here. Nice. Look how fresh this thing is, man. Look, you go right in and that thing don't even go in. It's just. But that's how fresh this fish is. Most places in the world, when you actually go and you try to get fish, they had it on ice for like weeks sometimes before you even come in. This is only like yesterday, isn't it? Look how fresh. So look how glistening the skin is. Beautiful. What a pound is for your butterfish? 360 for the butterfish. And this one is 360 as well? 280 for the banga. Alright, okay.
Yeah, what do you think? That's not pork.
Now we out here, like, look, this is Meadowbank Bank Fish Market, and look, we right here on the harbor. And look at all this hustle and bustle. All the fishermen already, it's only about probably 5:30. And you see, they already done with all the fish. The hustle and bustle already done, everybody just lining out. They're gonna go out good. Nice size. Looks good. And looking at like all the, yeah, look at it. Yes, look how fresh
carry
that
back
is.
some of this and you can still fresh when you reach home back.
Yeah,
You know what I think?
That's really good.
Yeah, this
Tell you found that. What, 3,300 pounds? Steep. Yeah. So, how old is this? It's just coming today, right?
Yeah, man.
Fresh.
Girls, man. Yeah, 2025 and 30. Yeah,
That's
25 to 32.
and that's so cheap. This is really good quality, though.
Yeah, check look at them.
Wow. Right. We can check it when you passing back.
No problem.
When you passing. Is this the shark?
Yeah. That movie Jaws.
Those, yeah. In miniature. Oh my gosh, look at the little fellas.
A shark.
Is
Those shark.
Is that shark over there?
So what is
These aren't the ones that are endangered, are they?
in danger?
No. Endangered.
They're both curry.
They don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's how you say it. You want to jump over board through them.
Oh, yeah. What's that? What's this game back on? What's this one?
Man, you know the fish, them both.
Right. This is the money fish.
Yeah. Yes. What they say?
Wow, what's your was that Pacu?
Paggy.
Paggy.
Pano
That's a
everything,
big
man.
Paggy.
Yeah.
That is a big
It's only
Paggy.
1,000 feet.
It's only 1,000 feet?
1,000 Guyana dollars.
Okay, I'm passing back.
All
Because
right.
I can't really carry everything.
And what we got?
1,000 for him?
Yes. Mackerel.
Mackerel.
How much for mackerel?
1,000.
Oh, we're going to pass by.
Right, we passing back.
1,500.
Right. All right, when we pass by, we're going to get some,
Yes.
right? Yeah, we come back to you. What's your name, buddy?
I name Ram Lab, but they call me the Ramo.
The Ramo.
Yes.
And like I said, guys, they're just doing all the de-icing. They're gonna fix all the seines, the nets and everything. They get everything ready, and then they back out to sea. These are hard-working men. I love it. And like I said, guys, they're just doing all the de-icing. They're gonna fix all the seines, the nets and everything. They get everything ready, and then they back out to sea. These are hard-working men. I love it.
So welcome to the world of the singing chef. Let me make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country.